Welcome to the 2025 Blind Hockey League Carnegie Cup. This is Game 2 from City National Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Matt Morrow, and I'll be your play-by-play host for this afternoon's game. Game 1 was won by the Mercuries by a score of 4-2. Can the Aces come back and try to equalize the series, or are the Mercuries going to become the 2025 Carnegie Cup champions? Tune in, and over the next hour and a half, we'll all find out together. The Blind Hockey League is a player-led initiative to establish the world's first professional league for blind hockey players. And the Carnegie Cup showcases the very best blind hockey players on the planet competing in a 3-game series. For those new to the sport, the parasport of blind hockey is played by athletes who are blind or partially sighted with approximately 10% vision or less, using an adapted puck that is larger than a traditional puck and makes noise.
The Blind Hockey League is a player-led initiative to establish the world's first professional league.
We're going to turn it over for opening ceremonies.
And the Carnegie Cup will showcase the best blind hockey players on the planet competing in a 3-game series. The BHL would like to provide a huge thank you to the Vegas Golden Knights and the Vegas Golden Knights Foundation for all their support in hosting the 2025 Carnegie Cup. The parasport of blind hockey is played by athletes who are blind or partially sighted with approximately 10% vision or less, using an adapted puck that is larger than a traditional puck and makes noise. The sport is played by children, youth, and adults across Canada and in 6 countries worldwide. The BHL is the most competitive elite division of the parasport. Today's matchup features the Mercuries, wearing yellow, facing off against the Aces, wearing black. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able, remove your hats, and face the flags for the playing of the national anthems of the United States and Canada. Please welcome Jay Young.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand hunger for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming. Tender rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What an incredible rendition of the two national anthems. Game 2 about to be underway. In the yellow jerseys on the right of your screen are the Mercuries. In the black jerseys on the left of your screen, the Aces. The Mercuries run Game 1 by a score of 4-2, leading the teams to victory yesterday. Liam O'Callaghan and Alexander Kapasouris, each with 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points, pacing the offense. We're going to see who's going to be the hero today. Can the Aces tie up the series and force a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow, or will the Mercuries be the 2025 Carnegie Cup champions? 15 minutes on the clock for the first period. Puck about to be dropped into center ice. Taking the face-off for the Mercuries. Servu for the Aces. Yuha. Puck's dropped into play. Scrum face-off. DeMontis on the attack for the Aces. Aces gaining his own. Kane tries to send it deep. Picked off by O'Callahan. And then DeMontis gets tripped up on Brandon Joy's stick. No call, however. The Mercury's now under the attack. It's Serbu leading the rush. Serbu looking for an open player. Puck gets sent into the corner for Giamarioli. Giamarioli up to O'Callahan. O'Callahan shoots. Huge save from Oliver Pye. Puck up to the point. Kept in by Giamarioli. Dumped deep by O'Callahan for Provan. Provan can't control. Aces try to dump it out. Regrouped in the Mercury's end. O'Callahan with the puck. O'Callahan, who had a monster of a game yesterday, as mentioned, trying to follow up. He's just going to dump that in and go for a change. Battle in the corner for the puck. Kiddo wins it back for Bullock. Bullock behind his own net. Bullock now going to jump in on the rush. Sees some ice, heads north. Bullock dumps the puck in. Puck deep in the Mercury zone. Richard tries to clear and does. Puck's going to go. Is it going to be enough for icing? No icing called. Play is allowed to continue. Mercury's now on the attack briefly, but it'll be Schramm getting it out for the Aces. Schramm can't get around Richard. Battle at center ice. Gets back to Bullock. Bullock sends it up for Kiddo. Kiddo gains the zone, looking for a teammate to pass. Can't find Fitzpatrick. Juha now leading through center ice. Juha finds Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick dumps it deep for Juha. Pass is good. Juha on the fresh ice. Tries to spin move, shoots. Goal! Fitzpatrick to Juha. Juha doing some great work, spins out into the middle of the ice and finds the 5-hole Doug Goist. 1-0 Aces. Aces feeling pretty good about that one. Pumped up to take the 1-0 lead. Gain some momentum as they try to equalize this series. Juha from Fitzpatrick. Puck drop back to play. Mercury's now on the attack, trying to equalize. Going across, that's going to get picked off by Raymond, though. Raymond sending it up for Juha. Juha now on the attack again, trying to find Raymond. Can't find Raymond in front. Trzop tries to keep it in. Ooh, big collision there. No arm goes up. They're letting them play. Giamarioli and Raymond battling for it. Juha finds Trzop, or finds Callagy rather. Puck in the Mercury zone briefly. DeMontis will send it up to Juha. Juha to Callagy. Pass is good. Callagy can't get around O'Callahan. O'Callahan now jumping on the rush. 4 yellow jerseys coming. A beautiful pass. What a great pass from O'Callahan to Luke Miller. Luke Miller, who couldn't quite control that and get that on net. Otherwise, that would have been a highlight reel goal. Bullock now for the Aces, trying to do some work against O'Callahan in the corner. O'Callahan with the double reverse, triple reverse, and O'Callahan's going to send it the long way around. Can't get it by Schramm, who keeps it in at the point. Schramm puts it in deep. Joy to O'Callahan. O'Callahan now tries the other way. This one is going to be icing. Potentially, no. It's like a curling rock. It gets caught in the corner and doesn't make it to the icing line. Sometimes the adapted puck moves a little bit different than the traditional puck. That would have been icing with a rubber puck for sure. A little bit of a delayed offside. Max Scheer did not clear the zone. And that's going to be a offside on the Mercuries. So there's 10:55 left of the first. The Aces are leading by a score of 1-0. This is Game 2 of the 2025 Carnegie Cup. Aces in a do-or-die situation. And they look fired up to try to equalize the series as Yuha wins it back to Hashe. Hashe to Kane. Kane to Yuha. Yuha to the middle. Yuha to Kane. Pass is good. Kane shoots. Hits the crossbar. Couldn't quite get it to go. Perhaps Boyce got a piece of it. Might have been the end of his stick. What a great chance. And now the Mercuries, though, are going to get it out. It's going to be Kapasouris leading the rush for his big night, 3-point night last night. Kapasouris trying to get the pass across. Can't get it past Hashe. Hashe is going to send it up. Kept in at the point by Trezop. To the point to Richard now. Richard with a nice move. He doubles back. Huge shot. Can't hit the net. Got Matthews Tree battling for it here. Puck is kept in. It's Serbu now. Oh, Serbu shoots. What a save from Oliver Pye. Massive save. Serbu thought he had the whole right side of the net, but the pad of Pye denies him. Puck up to the point. Demonis gets it out, and he's going to go for a line change. Richard for the Mercuries is going to control it in his own end. Richard with a great pass for Eder. Eder now trying to work it in. Can't get past Schramm. Schramm's going to find Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick looking for Yuha. Fitzpatrick to Yuha. Can't quite corral it, and it's O'Callahan that's going to run the other way. O'Callahan's got Eder and Provin with him. Can't drops it to Provin, but can't get past Krzyzov. Battling for it behind the net is Kiddo. Kiddo comes out with it. Bullock's joining the rush. We got Kiddo and Bullock rushing for the Aces. Kiddo's going to dump it in. It's going to be Bullock and O'Callahan. O'Callahan now just controlling it in his own zone. O'Callahan behind his own net looking for his options here. He's going to go hard off the boards and out. Now the Aces are going to regroup. Bullock on a rush. Bullock gains center. He dumps it in. Puck cleared now out of the Mercury zone. It's Raymond now in his own end. Raymond with a head of steam. Raymond flying out there. Raymond finds Kiddo. Kiddo with the cutback move. Can't get around Giamarioli. Now Giamarioli on a rush with Serbu. Giamarioli to Serbu. Serbu's in. And Serbu to Giamarioli. Blocked by Yuha. What a back check. What a back check from Yuha. Yuha scored one of the goals for Aces yesterday, but he told me that he didn't feel like he did enough. So he is driven today, and we've seen that already with a beautiful goal and an incredible back check to take a goal away. Number 91, Jason Yuha, bringing his A game here for the Aces on Game 2 of the 2025 Carnegie Cup Series. Puck's going to be dropped into the Aces zone. Puck won by the Mercury's. Pass is good. Krzyzov has it briefly. Now Yuha's got Demonis. 2-0. Yuha to Demonis. Demonis shoots. Oh, Demonis is tripped by Richard. Is there going to be a penalty shot? Is there going to be a penalty shot? No. But that's a tough situation. Demonis was in all alone. I think you probably could have awarded a penalty shot on that one. But either way, the Aces are going to get their chance to go on the power play, as Richard's going to sit for 2 or less. Demonis seems no worse for the wear after crashing in the boards fairly heavily there. Eight minutes left in the first period. Yuha to take the face off. Yuha wins it back to Kane. Pass is good. Kane centers it. But it's going to be Provin up to Giamarioli. They're going to clear. Giamarioli going in on the forecheck. Schramm just patiently waits. And now it's Bullock who tries to get it. Gets over to Yuha's stick. Yuha leading the rush. Yuha's going to be looking for Kane here in front of the net. Can't quite connect with Kane. Kane to Schramm. Pass is good. Schramm shoots a little bit. Well, that was on target, but it was blocked by O'Callahan. Puck cleared off the glass and out. Schramm back for it for the Aces. He sends it down. Can't connect with a teammate, though. Provin sends it dangerously through the middle, but it works out. It's on the stick of O'Callahan to Giamarioli. Short-handed shot. He shoots. He scores. Dante Giamarioli in his BHL debut series with a beautiful shot from the point on a short-handed goal assisted by Liam O'Callaghan and Amanda Proven. What a beautiful goal to get the equalizer. That's deflating for the Aces for sure. Facing a must-win Game 2 situation. Lots of time left to play, however. Still a full 7 minutes of the first. Pucks drop back into play. O'Callaghan now finds Kapasouris. Kapasouris is going to dump it in, and O'Callaghan's going to go after it. O'Callaghan now gets the puck. He's fired up. O'Callaghan to Shear to O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan to Kapasouris. He shoots, blocked by Hache. Weird bounce off the board in that corner. Ends up on the stick of Raymond. Raymond now is going to exit the zone for the Aces. They gain the line. We got Adam Young playing forward now in a bit of a lineup adjustment from yesterday. Adam Young controls the puck but can't make the pass. Bruno Hache sends it across to Raymond. Raymond with a big shot. Huge block from Liam O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan trying to get it out. Can't quite get it past Hache, but then Hache turns it over to Kapasouris. Kapasouris has O'Callaghan, drops it for O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan to Kapasouris. Can't get past the back check. Oh, and what a weird goal. O'Callaghan scoring from behind the goal line. Oliver Pye got slightly out of position, and O'Callaghan took advantage, managed to bank it off the back of his pad and in. What an effort from O'Callaghan, showing that he is one of the most dominant players in blind hockey. The BHL Carnegie Cup represents the best of the very best. Only 39 players have ever played in the BHL. Puck dropped back into play. That was another shorthanded marker as Richard now exits the box. We're back to 5-on-5. O'Callaghan tries to clear and does. Puck's outside the zone. And it's Schramm gaining the zone. Schramm with a good hard pass across to Mizuraka. Mizuraka on the forward checks. Well, that's going to be cleared by O'Callaghan. This one is going to go for icing. 5:32 left to play in the first period. For those new to blind hockey, the sport is played by athletes with 10% vision or less. To ensure a fair game that is determined by skill and performance rather than level of vision, each team may have a maximum of 14 points on the ice at any time. All goalies must be classified as B1, completely blind. Each player is assigned a point value based on their visual classification. 3 points for a B3 who wear black helmets, 2 points for a B2 who wear white helmets, and 1 point for a B1. And the puck is dropped back into play deep in the Mercury zone. It's Kiddo controlling the puck ever so briefly, but now Serbu's got it for the Mercuries, and he's going to try to get out of the zone, and he does. Bullock now can't get it past Serbu. Serbu on the attack. He's got Provins. His intended pass is picked off by Bullock. Bullock now jumping on the rush. Bullock's got Bullock's got Kiddo rather. Kiddo shoots. Deflected up and over the net by the stick of Trezop. Provin now battling with Schramm. Now Richard in on the action. Richard battling with Schramm. Richard leading the rush. He's got Giamarioli with him. Richard behind the net gets taken down. No arm goes up. Now an arm goes up. And it's going to be Bullock who flattened Richard in the corner. And the Mercuries are going to get their first chance at the power play. And this really has been a battle of special teams. And unfortunately for the Aces, they've given up 2 shorthanded goals already. They're going to have to hope they can kill this penalty off and keep this game within 1. They're 1 player short. A little confusion at the bench. We need a 4th ace on the ice. And it's Mizuraka. Pass across, shoots. hits the post. Puck's in play in the zone. Toma Raymond clearing it for the Aces. It's Liam O'Callahan now sending it up for Kapasouris. Oh, Kapasouris gets dumped by Yuha. Yuha, frustrated, takes a undisciplined penalty, and he's going to go sit. Yuha was having a great start to the game, but that was just pure undisciplined frustration. Quite an obvious call that the referee's going to make 10 out of 10 times. And now the Mercuries are going to have a chance on a 5-on-3. It's going to be Serbu taking the draw here against Kiddo. Puck's at the point. It's up to Richard. Richard still needs a pass. There was no pass. I don't believe there was a pass. No pass whistle was ever awarded. I don't believe this one should count. They did not award a pass. I think they're going to have a discussion here. I think they're going to make the right call. Unless they're going to call that the pass across. No goal, and I think they got the call right. They got together and they got the call right. All right, so our officials doing a wonderful job here this weekend. They are hockey officials from traditional hockey background here in the growing Vegas hockey scene. And this is their first attempt at officiating blind ice hockey. And they've done an excellent job here. We got a little bit of confusion though. We've got too many men on the ice for the Aces. The faceoff should be outside. They're figuring that out. Now they're figuring it out. All right, good stuff. So, again, it's a learning experience for everybody. There are a few adapted rules in the parasport of blind ice hockey, but would rather that it took a few tries, but we got the right call, and they certainly did in this situation. So, puck dropped back into play, controlled by the Mercuries, and it's O'Callahan gaining the zone. O'Callahan to Probin. Probin can't get it. Demonis clears. Can't get it past Richard. Richard sends it across for Giamarioli. Giamarioli back to Richard. Richard tries to center it. Can't quite center it. Serbu up to O'Callahan. O'Callahan tries to shot to the point. Double deflection over the net. Probin now tries to center. It's going to be Schramm. Some excellent defensive play. 45 seconds left in the 5-on-3. O'Callahan deep in his own zone. O'Callahan coming all the way up the ice now. Drops the pass across for Miller. Miller just misses the net. Had some space there. And it's going to be Raymond getting it out for the Aces. And Kiddo now in on the forecheck, trying to kill off some more of this penalty. Kiddo and Giamarioli, battle of the two 17-year-olds. O'Callahan now takes it and drops it for Giamarioli. Giamarioli finds Richard. Richard to Giamarioli, who shoots. Little high, little wide, but still controlled by the Mercuries. Oh, beautiful pass in front to a tip. Nice save by Oliver Pye. First penalty expires. 5-on-4 penalty kill as the puck's up to the point. It's Richard now going in. Richard with a hot shot. Gets blocked in front and goes wide. Puck is cleared by the Aces. They've got 15 seconds left in this penalty, and they will have killed off the 5-on-3. 2 minutes left in the first period. Mercury's attacking again. Miller, puck behind the net. Miller finds Richard. Richard tries to come in, can't find a shooting lane. Yuha out of the box, back to 5-on-5. Puck up to the point to O'Callahan. O'Callahan stick handles, deflected, blocked by Adam Young. They get it to the point, but not out. Now it's out. Now it's Yuha who's coming up on the attack. Couldn't quite corral it. Puck back into the neutral zone. Serbu for the Mercury is going to take a run at it. 90 seconds left in the period. Serbu looking to make that pass. All sorts of bodies against the wall there. There you go. Trezot passes to Shear. Shear with a shot. Just misses. It's more rough play in the corner here. Serbu centers, but it's picked up by Bullock. Bullock now sending it down the ice. Bullock's going to be attacking against Trezot. Trezot smartly gets it out of the zone. And it's Serbu at center who's just going to dump it in and go for a change with 1 minute left to play. Eder now on the attack, but he's all alone, has no teammates. Now Probin shows up, but it's Bullock who's going to come up with the puck. Bullock's going to find Callaghy. Callaghy's going to dump it in. Now she needs to go for a change. We have some fresh legs on the ice for about 46 seconds. Turnover now to Kiddo. He needs to find the pass, though, and he does. Oh, he does not. Picked off by a beautiful poke check from Kapasouris. Mizuraka dumps it in. Yuha on the forecheck against O'Callahan. O'Callahan spinning around. O'Callahan now trying to get it out. And O'Callahan does. 20 seconds left. O'Callahan gains the zone. Needs to find the pass, and he does. He finds the pass to Luke Miller. Miller misses the net. No pass whistle has been awarded, despite that looking fairly clean from our broadcast angle. And the puck is cleared out, and that's going to do it for the first period. What an exciting first period of action for Game 2 of the 2025 Carnegie Cup. Score is currently Mercury 2, Aces 1. We're going to take a quick break for intermission, and we'll be back in approximately 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to the 2025 BHL Blind Hockey League Carnegie Cup. The Blind Hockey League is a player-led initiative to establish the world's first professional league for blind hockey players. And the Carnegie Cup showcases the very best blind hockey players on the planet competing in a 3-game series. In yesterday's opening game, the Mercuries won by a score of 4-2. In today's game number 2, the Aces got out to the early lead with a goal from Jason Yuha, assisted by Craig Fitzpatrick. But then the tables turned when the Mercury scored 2 shorthanded goals, first by Dante Giamarioli from Liam O'Callaghan and Amanda Provin, followed by Liam O'Callaghan from Alexander Kapasaurus. So that's where we stand after 1 period of play. The Mercuries in the yellow jerseys with 2, the Aces in the black jerseys with 1. For those new to blind hockey, the parasport of blind ice hockey is played by athletes with approximately 10% vision or less. The sport uses an adapted puck that is larger than a traditional puck and makes noise. There are a few rule adaptations. The most significant adaptation of the rules from traditional hockey is the pass rule, which dictates that an attacking team must complete at least 1 pass after they cross the offensive blue line before they are eligible to score. Once the pass rule has been completed, the referee will sound an electronic whistle that emits a distinct, high-pitched chirping noise. The sound of the pass whistle indicates to the offensive players that they are now eligible to attempt the score, while simultaneously alerting the defensive players and goaltender that the shot might be coming. We are here at City National Arena in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And we wouldn't be able to do this without the support of our partners and sponsors. A huge thank you to the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Golden Knights Foundation, Howie's Hockey, Warrior Hockey, Canadian Blind Hockey, USA Hockey, UNLV Hockey, and the Las Vegas Golden Chariots. Your commitment to inclusion and providing opportunities for athletes of all abilities continues to strengthen and inspire our community. Starting the second period, we're going to have Luke Miller at center taking the face-off for the Mercuries. And it looks like it'll be Jason Yuha for the Aces. Aces in a must-win situation. If they want any hope to become the Carnegie Cup champions, they're going to have to win today to force Game 3 tomorrow to be the deciding game. Oliver Pye in net for the Aces. Doug Boyce in net for the Mercuries. Puck dropped into play. Thomas Raymond finds Tim Kane. Kane back to Raymond. Pass is good. Puck moving quickly on the fresh sheet, but comes all the way around, and now it's O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan battling with Raymond. O'Callaghan gets the puck, tries to find Shear at center. Can't quite get through the sticks. Picked up there by Kapasaurus, who tries to find Miller. Can't. Now we got a 2-on-1 with DeMontis and Yuha. Can't get it through O'Callaghan. And then the stick of DeMontis takes out the legs of O'Callaghan, and he's going to get called for tripping. Pass is good. Miller with an attempt. The jam play stopped by Oliver Pye. Wow. 3 attempts at it there. Oliver Pye with the save. But it's DeMontis that's going to sit for 2 or less for tripping. I think a bit of a bad luck play. O'Callaghan tripping on his stick. DeMontis not happy with that one. Mercury's back on the power play. They had a 5-on-3 in the first period that the Aces successfully killed. It'll be Tito, Young, Bullock, and Schramm out there trying to kill the penalty. The puck's dropped into play. Pass is good for the Mercuries up to the point for Richard. Richard stands on his shot, but it gets through to Dan Schramm, who's now taking his time to clear it. Schramm sends it the length of the ice. That'll kill a good 10 seconds off the clock.
Grab a white helmet off the ice. It's a white helmet penalty.
And Commissioner Luca DeMontis pointing out that Black should be entitled to potentially have another black helmet on, as it's a white helmet serving the penalty. In a rules clarification regarding the point system, and it's Kiddo now coming up with the puck. Kiddo finds Young. Young breaking in. Young's going to kill some time here. Young trying to kill the clock, but now the Mercuries get possession back. Goes up to Dante Giamarioli. Can't get the zone. Serbu's going to try now, but it's Kiddo. Finds the puck, tries to send it the length of the ice, picked off by O'Callahan. O'Callahan now gains the zone, finds Serbu. O'Callahan to Serbu. Serbu's got time. O'Callahan shoots. That's blocked by Bullock. Now it's Yuha coming. Yuha short-handed. He's got Schramm and Callaghy. Yuha finds Callaghy. Can't quite get there. Now Callaghy finds Yuha. Yuha to Callaghy. Picked off by Richard. Richard now coming back. 3-on-3 with Yuha on the back check. Pass is good for Giamarioli, who tries to go across to Miller. Miller now battling for it. He centers it. Callaghan gets it out of the danger zone. O'Callahan, all the time in the road. Huge shot, big save. Huge save from Oliver Pye. Dan Schramm clearing the crease. Oliver Pye doing a good job to make sure that there is no rebound. 5 seconds left in the power play before DeMontis will be rejoining his teammates. One last chance for the Mercuries. The puck's dropped into play. It's Keane who's going to send it the length of the ice. And DeMontis is back on the ice for a 5-on-5. Keane battling with O'Callahan, who blows the tire. Now Kiddo's going to try for it. Kiddo with O'Callahan in the corner. O'Callahan leaning into Kiddo, takes him out. Miller now with the puck in his own zone. Loud Bieber tap from Conrad Eder, who gets the puck, gets the zone. He's looking for Shear. He's got Shear. Can't quite get the pass. Puck goes off Oliver Pye. No pass up the center for Joy. Joy to O'Callahan now. O'Callahan trying to cut through the middle, gets through Kiddo. Callahan gets the line, gets Eder. Eder with a chance. Eder shoots. Huge save by Pye, but O'Callahan on the rebound. O'Callahan scores from Eder. A 3-1 lead. They've opened the game a little bit here. They had just successfully killed the penalty, but unfortunately, after they got back to 5-on-5, it's an incredible display of skill for the Mercury. The puck is dropped back into play. Serbu on the attack for the Mercuries. We're looking for more. Serbu finds Kapasouris. Kapasouris tries to center for Tree, but it goes right past him all the way down for Trezop. Trezop at his own end. His pass picked off by Mizuraka, but really deflected into the corner for Richard. Now Yuha's got it. Yuha's got Mizuraka with him. Trezop looking for the block, and it's Mizuraka to Yuha. Yuha's got it behind the net. Serbu now in on Yuha. Yuha's going to try to cut to the middle, and he does. Can't get through all the different players. Yuha now controlling in his own end. Taking his time, looking for a lane. Finds a lane as the Mercuries are on a change. Gains the zone. Puck to the point. Pass is good to Yuha. He's got a chance. He shoots. Big save by Doug Goyce. Shot was on net, but couldn't get it up over the pad of Goyce. Yuha with another chance. Shoots again. Oh! A combination of the pad and the post. The big puck does not go in. Two good shots from Jason Yuha, the Aces goal scorer. And now a puck is picked off by Miller. Miller tries to center it, but Bullock's got it. Bullock now for the Aces trying to get out of his own zone and does. Kiddo on the attack. Kiddo dumps it down. It's O'Callahan who's got it in his own zone. We have a collision in front of the net from two Aces. Now we've got a huge shot from Miller, but a big glove save from Oliver Pye. So an inadvertent collision between two Aces teammates leads to an odd man rush situation for the Mercuries, but Oliver Pye bails them out by flashing the leather and making an excellent glove save. Puck is going to be dropped into the Aces zone. Kiddo taking the face off, can't control it, goes back to O'Callahan, takes a shot, huge blocker save from Oliver Pye. Aces now with an opportunity to clear, and they do. Briefly, can't get through center. Now we've got a wrestling match between two players as the puck goes around, and it's Serbu that's got it. Serbu up to Joy, Joy back to Serbu. Pass is good, Serbu centers. Can't quite control it from Giamarioli. Now Callahan's got a chance. Callaghan forechecking on him. Callaghan gets by her. He's cutting to the net. Hard shot, big save from Pye. Callahan gets it back. All sorts of action. Pye, though, closing the door. Puck gets out of the zone. And we've got an offside. 8:53 left to play in the second period. Mercury's with a 3-1 lead. Aces trying to battle back. That last sequence had about 5 grade A saves, 2 from Goist on the Mercuries, followed by 3 from Pye on the Aces. The puck's dropped back into play. Bullock swings it across for Schramm. Schramm tries to find Kane. Puck's going to go all the way down into the Mercury zone where it's regrouped by Richard. Kane attacking Richard, who stops up with a nifty move. Richard's going to try to get it out of the zone. Can't get it by Yuha. Now he does. Yuha controlling, but he's got teammates offside. He's going to have to wait until they tag up. Now Yuha on the attack. Yuha gains the zone. He's going to need to make that pass. Yuha behind the net. Yuha finds DeMontis. DeMontis. Oh, the puck just rolls off the heel of his stick. Doesn't get the clean shot off. Puck up to Yuha. However, it's picked off by Alexander Kapasouris. Now we got a 3-on-1 developing. Kapasouris tries to go across for Shear, but it's picked off by Bullock. Bullock clears the zone. Richard now. Richard drops to Kapasouris. Kapasouris lands on his shot, and the puck is cleared out by Bullock. Trezop in his own zone as the pace picks up here. Trezop to Shear. Shear tries to swing across, picked off by Schramm. Schramm's got Kiddo. Schramm to Kiddo. Pass is good. No whistle, however. Doesn't matter anyways, as they don't get the shot off. And it's the Mercuries that are now going to break out of their zone with Serbu controlling the puck on his own blue line. Serbu dumps it in. Might have been too early. And yes, that's going to be for icing. So Serbu dumping it about 6 feet before the center line. That line's going to have to stay out there as the Mercuries are called for an icing. 7.5 minutes. I see the goaltenders warming up on the bench. At the next whistle, we'll have a goaltender change for both teams. Yuha wins the face-off, comes across, but it's Matthews that clears it out. Puck at center ice. Hache sends it to Raymond. Raymond now is going to join the attack. Raymond gets the zone. Can't find the pass, however. Raymond's got to find a teammate. Raymond does. Beautiful pass to Kiddo, but he can't get the shot to go. Then Raymond from a bad angle. I think Doug Goist got a piece of that. Eder now controlling the puck. And he's being chased by Kiddo. Kiddo battling, trying to steal it. We've got almost everybody in the corner now. Young in on the action, but it's going to be O'Callahan who comes up with it and leads the rush. We got O'Callahan, got all sorts of jerseys, tries to find Tree, who does not connect on the one-timer. Now you got Kiddo with Mizuraka. Can't find Mizuraka. Puck cleared back out to center. Puck up to Kiddo, gains the zone, but then turned over to Richard. Richard now on the attack for the Mercuries. Good pass there between Giamarioli to Richard. Richard's going to try to center, nobody home. Mizuraka now with a chance, but he turns it over to Tree. 3 now coming through the middle. Puck dumped in deep into the Aces zone. Kept in at the point by Trzop. Aces unable to get it out. Now they will. Uaz on the attack. He's got Mizuraka with him. Uaz tries to drop it for Mizuraka, but he can't. Mizuraka tries to get it back, but he can't. And now they're going to go in offside. Bit of a bad luck play here. The Aces just quite aren't clicking. They're getting their chances. And we are going to have a goaltender change at both ends of the ice. So Oliver Pye made some excellent saves despite giving up 3 goals. He will be replaced by his teammate, Joey Cabral. While Goist, who also made excellent saves while conceding 1 goal, will be replaced by Gary Steves. You're watching the 2025 BHL Carnegie Cup. This is the best of blind hockey. This sport just keeps getting faster and faster each and every year as we find more and more talented blind hockey players across all of North America. And now as the sport expands into Europe, we're finding more and more players as we work to grow the game internationally. Puck drop back into play. 1 back to Bullock. Bullock up to Fitzpatrick, who can't control it. Now it's Richard. Richard clearing it up the wall. Can't get by Schramm. But Schramm turns it over to Serbu now. Serbu's got to wait for Giamarioli to tag up. Now he does. Serbu dumps it in deep. Picked up by Bullock. Bullock's going to try to clear off the glass. Ends up putting the puck over the glass, out of play. Are they calling a penalty on that? We will see. We will see what the call is. I believe that probably went straight up. And it is. It's going to be a power play. That's going to be a 2-minute delay of game to Nick Bullock. Bullock tried to go hard off the glass, but he just missed. That puck just shot straight up in the air, missed the glass, and ended up in the net. So the Mercuries are going to get a power play for a 2-minute delay of game. In the Paris Florida Blind Hockey, all IIHF rules apply unless otherwise stipulated due to an adaptation that involves the vision impairment. So obviously a rule like puck over the glass. I didn't see a tip on the stick. It looked like it went straight out to me. Commissioner Luca Demonis thinks that there may have been a tip on that puck, but the referees seem to have determined it went out clean, and the power play is going to stand. So puck's being dropped in. It's Serbu versus Yuha on the face-off. Serbu wins it back. Pass back to the point to O'Callaghan. Bouncing puck. It's going to be cleared by Hache, or is it? Great play by Richard to keep it in momentarily, but Yuha finishes the job and gets it out. Now it's Giamarioli leading the attack. He drops it to Richard. And now it's Yuha with the puck. Yuha is going to kill some time. Or is he going to find Callaghy? He finds Callaghy, but it was deflected by Giamarioli, so no pass. And now it's the Mercuries. Hache stopping. And it's dumped into the Mercury zone, which kills some more time. As the Mercuries now, Liam O'Callaghan leading the rush from his own zone. Comes through everybody, trying to find Serbu. Runs out of real estate, ends up in the corner. Goes back to the point to Richard. Richard back to O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan shoots, misses the net. Giamarioli's going to try now. Giamarioli battling with Schramm behind the net. Now we're going to have a battle between Kiddo and Richard. Richard gets it across. Yuha with a big block on the shot attempt by Liam O'Callaghan. Serbu in the corners, cutting to the net, passes into the center, finds Provin. Provin's being defended. All sorts of players in the crease area. And now Schramm coming up with the puck out of that dog pile. And he throws it off the glass and out of play onto the Aces bench. That one clearly hitting the glass, so there'll be no penalty this time. 3.5 minutes left to play, 25 seconds left in the power play opportunity for the Mercuries. Puck dropped into play back to O'Callahan. No pass. Demonis steals it from O'Callahan. He's got Kane with him. Demonis tries to go across to Kane, but it's picked off by O'Callahan. Now O'Callahan gets to the zone, finds Miller. Miller back to O'Callahan. O'Callahan spins at the point. He's going to go for a shot. He shoots off the leg of Young. Young is hurt. That one got him right on the laces. And we're going to have an injury timeout here. That was a good hard shot from about 6 feet out, right on the laces. And he feels that one. That one is not going to feel good in the morning. I have experienced both the traditional puck and the adapted blind hockey puck in the laces, and both of them can turn your foot purple. However, the fact that Young got up on his own, skated to the bench, very good sign after the courageous shot block, keeping the puck out of the net. And in that time, the penalty did expire. So the Aces are going to survive another penalty kill. We've got 3 minutes left in the second period, with the Mercuries leading the Aces by a score of 3-1. Take the face-off. Kiddo for the Aces. Miller for the Mercuries. 5-on-5 action here late in the second period. Scrum draw. Ends up in the corner. Up to Mizuraka. Mizuraka gets it out of the zone, but can't get past O'Callahan. O'Callahan now sending it up. Schramm with a chance to join the rush. Schramm dumps it in. And it's the Aces on the forecheck. Choi wisely sends it around to O'Callahan, who clears the zone. It's going to be Shear hunting it down now for the Mercuries. Shear needs to find a teammate to make a pass to, and he does. Bullock just standing his ground behind the net. They're going to let play continue as he wouldn't let Miller get through him. And Mizuraka now with the big attempted clear. That one might go for icing. No, icing being waved off as the puck took another unusual type curl. And now it's the Mercuries dumping it into the Aces zone as both teams were completing changes. Back into the Mercury's zone, controlled by Liam O'Callahan. O'Callahan's going to try to lead the rush up the ice. Can't get by Thomas Raymond. No arms going up on the... Oh, an arm has gone up on the play. And it's Thomas Raymond who is going to go for a trip. They're going to say he impeded O'Callahan's ability to get through with his stick and will now have to sit for 2 or less with 1:48. So a little bit of undisciplined play from the Aces, who have taken the majority of the penalties here, not to mention giving up 2 shorthanded goals. They are certainly not winning the battle of the special teams. The 5-on-5 action has been quite even here in Game 2, but special teams have been the difference thus far. Puck dropped into the Aces zone. Eder tries to clear, but it's picked off by O'Callahan. O'Callahan killing Yuha. Yuha killing some time before he sends it all the way down into the Mercury zone. Truzot now sends it up the boards for Richard. Richard runs straight into Schramm. They both go down. Schramm stands his ground. They're both getting up. They're smiling. That's hockey. Friends off the ice, fierce competitors on the ice. Puck being dumped deep into the Mercury zone as the Aces are doing a good job having killed off the first 30 seconds of this latest power play opportunity. Puck sent the length of the ice for Eder, though. Eder on a break. He's going to need to make that pass. Eder tries to send it up, but that's going to end up on the stick of Yuha. Yuha's got Kiddo with him. They might have a chance shorthanded here. Yuha gets it across. Kiddo shoots. Scores! Easton Kiddo from Jason Yuha rips that over the pad of Steves under the gloves. Steves frustrated, conceding the goal, and I believe the first real shot he's had since entering the game. And that's going to bring them closer. That is now the 3rd shorthanded goal of the day, proving that in blind hockey, the power play is not always an advantage. We don't actually have the exact stats, but the general feeling is that a penalty kill can be just as dangerous as a power play in this sport for whatever reason. As the puck is dropped back in, Giamarioli now on the attack. It's going to be offside. Miller was just a step ahead of his teammate who had gotten held up at the blue line by some good defensive play. 44 seconds left in the period, 57 seconds left in the penalty. 1-goal game. The Mercury's leading 3-2 as the puck's dropped in outside the Aces zone. Dante Giamarioli back to O'Callahan. O'Callahan with a head of steam. O'Callahan now trying to reestablish the 2-goal lead. He's battling against Bullock. Picked up by Giamarioli, but he needs to make the pass now. Giamarioli has to find a teammate. Being shadowed by Bullock. Good stick by Bullock. Kiddo now battling in the corner. Good battle, killing the clock here. But it ends up at the point, and it ends up being O'Callahan with a good pass. Oh, double deflection into the back of the net. Off a yellow player, then off Adam Young's leg, and then into the net past the pad of Joey Cabral. That's an unfortunate situation there for the Aces. A bad break, but you put the puck on net and good things happen. Liam O'Callahan shot the puck. I believe that went off a yellow player's leg before hitting Young's leg, however, but we'll see who they end up giving the goal to. Either way, it's now 4-2, a power play goal, with the Mercury's decidedly winning the special teams battle today. 9 seconds left in the second period before we break for intermission. Puck dropped back into play. Kapasouris gains the zone. He's got Serbu. They're going to be lucky. No goal. That one ended up in the net, but there was no pass. So, and that's as play expires. We're going to have the end of the second period. No pass, no goal. There's no time on the clock. The Zamboni will be coming out. We will have our second intermission, and then we will be back to bring you the third period of Game 2 of the 2025 BHL Carnegie Cup. Can you put me on camera? Put me on. Welcome back to the 2025 BHL Carnegie Cup. Thank you to all of our wonderful fans from across North America and around the world who are tuning in. And a very special thanks to one of our #1 fans, my 93-year-old grandmother, Nan, who's watching from Scarborough, Ontario. And you'll all see her at the National Blind Hockey Tournament. Hi, Nan. Love you. Thanks for watching Blind Hockey. Let's get a great third. And as we enter the third, we've got the Aces wearing the black jerseys on the left. We've got the Mercuries in the yellow jerseys on the right. The Mercuries are currently leading by a score of 4-2. The Aces need to win this game if they're going to have any chance of becoming the Carnegie Cup champions. You know that the talk in the locker room was about cleaning up the discipline, staying out of the box, and scoring early in this period to give themselves a chance to tie this game up. And actually, they don't need to win. They just need to tie. That's a good point. They don't need to win. This game could end in a tie. If they can get 2 goals and equalize it, then that would still make tomorrow's game the ultimate winner-take-all. So we'll see what happens here. If the Aces can climb this mountain, get out of the 4-2 hole, and get the equalizer. To start the third, we're going to have the Aces, Yuha, taking the face-off against the Mercury's Serbu. Puck being dropped in at center ice. Won by Yuha, back, and it comes back up to DeMontis. DeMontis now sends it to Kane. Pass is good. DeMontis can't get past Joy with a big stick check. And now Joy up the boards. Comes across to Giamarioli, and then Serbu for Giamarioli. Good stick lift from Hache. Now we got Yuha on the attack on the fresh ice. He's got Kane with him. Now he's got Raymond with him. We got a 2-on-1. We got a collision away from the puck. Seems to be a lot of confusion going on at the moment. I think we've got a lot of yelling and hollering from both benches. I think that's DeMontis down on the ice, who got tangled up away from the puck. And that's really too bad, as the Aces had a odd man rush opportunity, but ultimately aren't even going to get a shot to show for it. DeMontis a little shooken up. Seems to be all right. He'll head to the bench. Truthfully, did not see what happened, as that was away from the play. The collision seemed to happen in the neutral zone as the Aces were on the attack in the Mercury zone. So glad that Mark's okay and back to the bench. Puck will be dropped in just outside the Mercury's blue line. One back by the Mercury's. It's going to be Kapasouris cutting through the middle. Kapasouris drops it off for Kazop. So we got Kiddo on the forecheck. Great forecheck by Kiddo. Just can't quite keep it in, though. Kiddo gets it back. Kiddo with Young. Kiddo needs to make a pass. Kiddo to Young. Young can't control it. And it's cleared out. Miller now versus Schramm battling for the puck. Miller and Schramm in the corner. It's Schramm that comes out of it. Except it was poke checked by Kapasouris. Now it's swung across the other side. It'll be Kiddo that controls it. Kiddo cutting through the middle. Kiddo needs to find a pass. Kiddo finds Mizuraka. Mizuraka now trying to cut to the net. Can't get past the defense. Puck ends up back in the corner, controlled by Kiddo. Kiddo behind the net now. Miller coming back to help. Richard turns it over. Can't be corralled by Young. And now we're going to have a huge shot from Schramm. Gets deflected wide. All sorts of efforts here from the Aces. Mizuraka here battling against the wall. We got Bullock now stepping up. Bullock can't quite keep it in. It's going to be Shear on the attack. He's got nobody with him, though, at the moment. Shear's going to have to hold up and wait for reinforcements. Battling in the corner with Dan. Dan looking like he may come up with the puck here. but it ends up on the stick of Eder, however, so briefly. Back with the aces. Now it's Raymond with a chance. Raymond flips it up for Callagy. Callagy, oh, she sends it across to Yuha, but he can't quite control it. And it's Serbu now coming in for the Mercuries. Serbu takes a lap. He's looking for the pass. He's just going to dump it back on the reverse, hoping Eder gets it, but it'll be Hache that gets there first. Eder now with the puck in the corner, looking to make a pass. Can't get past Hache. Hache sends it out of the zone. Yuha on the attack. We got a 3-on-2. Yuha to Callagy. Callagy can't get past O'Callahan. She had a glorious chance, just a little double clutch. Couldn't quite get the shot off, and Liam O'Callahan closed the gap as the puck is sent back down into the Aces zone, controlled by Hache. Hache tries to find a teammate, but it ends up being turned over in the neutral zone. Collected by Raymond. Yuha and Callagy can't control O'Callahan. O'Callahan across to Marioli, shoots it high and wide. O'Callahan tries to jam play. Cabral with the big pad save. Joey the Wall Cabral keeps it out of the net. Dangerous opportunity for the tournament's leading scorer in Leon O'Callahan, looking to add to his scoring lead. But Joey the Wall Cabral up to the challenge. Puck being dropped in the Aces zone, but it's the Mercuries that are going to come up with it. Marioli sends it to Kapasouris. Pass is good. The Aces recover. Aces get out of their zone, but it's O'Callahan who's got it at center ice. O'Callahan now cutting through the defenders, getting it into the corner. O'Callahan to Kapasouris. Kapasouris can't get the shot off. Schramm defends him. Now we got a battle against the boards. Kapasouris with the puck. Bullock trying to get it off him. Kapasouris sends it down to Giamarioli. Giamarioli across for Proven. Proven can't quite tip it on net. Schramm now sends it up the wall. Doesn't quite make it to Kane. Scrambled in the zone. Mercury still with the chance, but can't get the shot. It's Bullock now that's going to get it. Bullock gets it all the way up the ice, and he's going to join the rush. Bullock needs a teammate to pass to. He's getting tied up with Kapasouris, and it's O'Callahan that's going to go the other way. O'Callahan 1-on-1 with Kiddo. Doesn't have a teammate, though. O'Callahan gives it to Miller. Miller to O'Callahan. O'Callahan tries to center it. Bullock equal to the task. Bullock now sends it across to Yuha, but it's picked off by O'Callahan. Pass across to Serbu. Serbu shoots. He scores. Makes absolutely no mistake. Serbu in all alone. Off the post and in. No chance at all for Joey Cabral on that one. .9:53 left to play in this game. And the Mercuries have now established a 5-2 lead. You know these teams are going to battle right to the finish, and that the Aces are going to be looking for something here, but we got a little bit of a jousting match at center ice. I don't know which one the ref is taking. That was Giamarioli and Yuha. I think he's taking Giamarioli, the feisty young player from Edmonton, Alberta. He's going to sit for 2 or less, as the Aces now have a chance to close the gap as they're getting their power play opportunity. Puck being dropped in the Mercury zone. Yuha wins the face-off, wins it back to the point. Pass to Hache. Hache across to Yuha. Yuha to Kiddo. Kiddo to Yuha. Yuha shoots. Block. Kiddo gets it. Shoots. 2 big saves. 3 big saves. Goal! Mizuraka! Goal by Mizuraka on the third rebound. Excellent quick work on the power play by the Aces. Steves made the first 2 saves, but couldn't quite control the puck, and it never stopped completely. So that's the problem on a odd man situation, is that they had 2 different players who managed to get 3 different whacks at it, and it was Mizuraka who ends up putting it in the net from Kiddo and Yuha. Puck being dropped in at center ice. Score now 5-3. 9:30 left to play. We'll see if that can spark the Aces a little bit. Got Miller staying in the zone. He goes across to Shear. Shear with a big shot, but Cabral with the save. Mercury's controlling behind the net. Eder now with a shot. That took a dangerous deflection. Just ended up a little bit wide. Eder again from the corner, tries to go across. No pass connected. It's going to be Kiddo. Kiddo tries to go rink wide for the Montes, but it's picked off by Trizop. And now the puck is deep in the Aces zone. Pass in front for Eder, who is momentarily all alone, but eventually defended by Hache. Mercury's with all sorts of pressure here. The clock has officially become the enemy of the Aces. As Serbu jumps into play. Serbu attempts a shot, but it's defended. Puck's still in the zone. Oh, DeMontis ends up blowing a tire and taking out Brandon Joy. And now DeMontis and Joy with some words at the blue line. Puck gets cleared against the wall. It's Eder. It's still the Mercury's controlling. Finally, the Aces will get it out of the zone, but the Mercury's are going to dump it right back in. Both teams are going to go for a much-needed change with 8 minutes left in the third. And we've got a battle at center ice, but it's O'Callahan coming up with the puck, weaving his way through, gaining the zone. O'Callahan's going to need a pass. O'Callahan's going to find Joy at the point. Joy with a shot, hits his own man, with Tapasouris accidentally blocking it. And now O'Callahan's going to have a very clean rush. He shoots, huge save by Cabral. Rebound, hits the post. Cabral covers, keeps the puck out of the net. Keeps the score 5-3. That was a good long shift for the Mercuries, extending their O-zone time. And the faceoff is once again going to be in the Aces zone, who need to get that puck 200 feet down the ice if they're going to have a chance to try to tie this thing up. Puck back in play. Simon Richard with the puck. Richard shoots from a bad angle, misses the net. Puck picked up by Bullock. Bullock tries to find Yuha. Can't find Yuha. Mercury sent it back down. Bullock with it again. This time Bullock finds Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick finds Yuha. Yuha cutting in. He's going to need a teammate for a pass, and one of his teammates is going on a line change. Yuha just biding his time. Yuha finds Schramm, but Schramm can't get the shot off. And it's going to be the Mercury's to clear. So more of the same for the Aces. They just can't quite get that shot when they get the O-zone time. Bullock now with a nice reversal. Bullock centers it up for Schramm. Schramm joining the rush. He's got Young and Yuha and Kalagi. Does a button hook. Tries to find Yuha. Ends up sending it in the corner. Young battling for it. Puck sent up to the point. Kept in by Bullock. Bullock jumps it in. Mercury's sending up the wall. Mercury's trying to get it out. Can't get it past Bullock. Drove in, but now Yuha's got it. But Yuha still needs to make a pass. Yuha finds Bullock. Bullock's going to shoot it. Just wide of the net. Puck to Yuha. Yuha's going to cut to the middle. A lot of yellow socks between him and the net. Tries to slide it across for Schramm, but it's picked off. And now it's cleared by the Mercuries. Puck sent across to Schramm. Schramm to Yuha. Yuha to Schramm. Clearly, the Aces have received the message that they've got 5.5 minutes left to score 2 goals. Puck now at center ice. Yuha in on the attack. Yuha's going to need to find a teammate. Can't get through all the yellow sweaters. Hache sends it across for Mizuraka. Mizuraka battling against O'Callahan. O'Callahan's going to end up coming up with the puck behind the net. Callahan reverses. Going to try to come out the other way. Partially deflected by Mizuraka. Now Kiddo comes up with it. Kiddo hits Mizuraka. Mizuraka's got an opportunity here. Mizuraka to Kiddo. Kiddo battling with Serbu. Serbu wins that battle. Fires it almost all the way down the ice. Hache is going to be back at his end. Under 5 minutes left in the third. Aces showing some life here. Kiddo now gains the line. He tried to find Raymond, who just overskated it. It was the right idea, just didn't end up working. But Kiddo's still with the puck. Can't quite find. There's no pass going on. I don't think the players realize this. We got bodies flying all over the ice now. And the Mercuries are going to have a chance to regroup. Tree now throwing it into the zone. Miller battling hard against Raymond. Tree sends it across to Tapasouris, who tries a shot. Can't get it through the block. Demontis gets it out of the zone. Puck is sent back into the zone. It's going to be controlled by Hache. Hache tries to go up the wall, but it's turned over to Matthews. Puck sent into the zone. Across. Up in his center ice. We got a good battle going on between Schramm and O'Callahan. Schramm got hurt on that play. He's dropped his glove. Stick of O'Callahan got him. Looks like we're going to have a slash on O'Callahan. Aces are going to get a chance here. They're going to have O'Callahan in the box and the possibility of a power play to bring them within one, I think. It appears they're giving Schramm the penalty, who was the injured player on the play. Looks like they're both going to go now. All right, so from that battle, they're going to have Serbu and Schramm sit for the rest of the game. Certainly looked to me like it was O'Callahan that was in there. Puck being dropped into the Aces zone. U-Haul wins the draw across. It's going to be Bullock. Bullock can't get it by. Pass is good to Eder. That was a quick turnover pass combination. Eder to Proven. Taken by Raymond. Raymond can't get it out, though. Eder's got a chance for the corner. Nice move by Eder. Cuts to the net. Eder behind the net. Going to try to find a pass. Sends it across for Giamarioli, but he can't control it. Now another nice pass by Eder to Giamarioli. This time he does get it. Giamarioli sends it to the middle, and it's to Raymond. Raymond trying to find a teammate, but that gets turned over in the neutral zone. Now we got Bullock to Yuha. Yuha is going to lead the rush with Kane. Yuha to Kane, Kane to Yuha. Pass is good. Yuha couldn't get by it. The combination of O'Callahan, and now Bullock keeps it in. Combination of O'Callahan and Richard, I should say. O'Callahan's going to try to get it out, and he does, off the glass and out. 2.5 minutes to go. Aces desperately need a goal. Take themselves within one. Give themselves a chance to pull the goalie and look for the equalizer. Yuha with some nice moves, but ultimately can't get by O'Callahan. And the puck is sent the other way. Mercury's very much almost treating this like a penalty kill at this point. With a 2-goal lead, they're going to try to run out the clock. But it's Yuha who's got Kiddo. Yuha sends it to Kiddo. Pass is good. But ultimately, Kiddo pinched in the corner. And then it's O'Callahan who picks it up. O'Callahan sends that across. Dumps it into an area for Tapasouris. Tapasouris recovers. Mercury's back on the attack. 1:47 left. Trapezourus to Callahan. He shoots just wide. Giamarioli with a chance, or Miller rather with a chance. Couldn't quite corral that to get the jam play at the side of the net. He's going to shoot. Nice block by Hache, helping his goaltender out. 90 seconds left in the game. Young dumps it down the ice to clear the zone. Aces are going to go for a line change. Kiddo finds Callagy. Callagy can't get through Giamarioli. Giamarioli's got a chance now. Backhand shot saved by Cabral. And we get the whistle on the minute 8 left in the third period. Mercury's leading the Aces by a score of 5-3. If the Mercuries win, they will be your 2025 Carnegie Cup champions. The Aces need to force at least a tie. There's going to be a timeout here for the Aces. I think that's a smart coaching call. You're at the 2025 BHL Carnegie Cup. The BHL, of course, is a player-led initiative to establish the world's first professional blind ice hockey league and represents the very best of the very best. But they can't hold events like this without the support of our wonderful sponsors and partners. So a huge thank you to the Las Vegas Golden Knights, who have lent us their facility here at City National Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. A thank you to the Las Vegas Golden Knights Foundation for their support, as well as Howie's Hockey, Warrior Hockey, Canadian Blind Hockey, USA Hockey, UNLV Hockey, and the Las Vegas Golden Chariots. It's been an incredible weekend of blind ice hockey action so far. It's clear to see how far this sport has come over the past 15 years, and we are excited to see where it goes in the next 15. And we've got a bold move here, and I like it. They're pulling the goaltender, even though the faceoff is in the defensive zone. And why not? They've still got to make the pass. So give yourself a chance with the extra attacker. Park a player in front of the net. There is one too many players out, so obviously perhaps a miscommunication. And now we see the coaches counting. They're going to have to figure out which player to send back. It's very loud in here. We don't know which player needs to go. There is a confusion here about which player is the player that belongs off the ice. And it's going to be Mizuraka leaving the ice. All right, so the timeout was a good call, but perhaps we didn't count the right number of helmets when we sent out our extra attacker. Face-off being dropped in. UA battles for it. Kiddo comes up with it. Kiddo tries to get it out. Can't get it past O'Callahan. Exactly 1 minute left to play. Mercury's doing a good job keeping the puck in the zone. Aces get it out, though. Are the Aces going to be able to get one last shot attempt? Turned over. Now Aces got it. Kiddo gets it in the zone. Kiddo across to Schramm. Schramm shoots. Just misses the net. 37 seconds left. Big battle for the puck in the Aces zone, or the Mercury zone rather. And the Mercury's clear. 30 seconds left. We've got a whistle. It's an icing call. Puck made it all the way down the ice. That is unusual late in the period. The adapted puck normally won't go all the way down the ice once the ice gets cut up from all the hard skating of the players, but that one did. So a tactical mistake by the Yellow Mercuries. Opportunity here for the Aces to draw within one as UA is going to take this face off. Puck dropped in, extra attacker out. Puck cleared to the point, and it does come out. Bad break for the Aces. It's Bullock who's going to sling it across, looking for Schramm. And it's UA that comes up with it. UA gains the zone. We've got time for one more shot. UA finds Mizuraka, can't get it on net. Puck is cleared out. 5 seconds left. 3 seconds left. 1 second left. And the Mercuries are your 2025 Carnegie Cup champions. Hard-fought series so far. A 5-3 victory, 4-2 victory in Game 1 yesterday. 5-3 today. Fun trivia fact, the Mercury's team is now 3-0 in Carnegie Cups. So we'll see what it's going to take to get the Aces on the board. And another fun fact is that Liam O'Callaghan and Luke Miller now become the first ever 3-time Carnegie Cup champions. So congratulations to all the players for an incredible show of blind ice hockey action. We will be playing Game 3 tomorrow as an exhibition game. That game takes place at 2 p.m. Follow us on social media to find updates about the BHL Carnegie Cup. Just an incredible weekend of blind hockey, and while disappointing for the Aces, you know, they played a heck of a tournament and should be very proud, and they're going to get one more chance at them tomorrow. The special teams let them down today, and if they can clean up that aspect of their game tomorrow, maybe they can manifest a better outcome. Thank you for supporting blind ice hockey and the BHL, the world's best blind ice hockey players. If you are blind or partially sighted and you are in Canada, the USA, or anywhere in the world, and you want to get involved in the parasport of blind hockey, please don't hesitate to contact us. There's contact information on the Canadian Blind Hockey website, the BHL website, the USA Hockey Blind Hockey website. We have incredible ambassadors for the game across our entire community, and they want nothing more than to continue to grow this sport across North America and around the world, and continue to provide more and more opportunities so that everybody who's blind or visually impaired has the opportunity to play ice hockey at whatever level they choose. This is the BHL, which is the high performance division. This division is the type of hockey that will one day morph into a world championships for the parasport of blind ice hockey and eventual inclusion into the Winter Paralympic Games as we continue to work on that goal to grow the sport across North America and around the world. This has been Game 2 of the 2025 Carnegie Cup Series. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you at the broadcast tomorrow.